Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Thursday. All right, guys, we're back to talk about Jax Taylor, which is really funny because tonight I'm at my friend's house in Los Angeles, Chrissy. She was kind enough to let me stay at her house, and we are going to the House of Villains premiere. So this is kind of odd timing, but we can't not talk about it. Jax Taylor had a meltdown on a plane, which is like, you would think at some point you would just get it together, man. That's what you would think. But he's not on House of Villains for no reason. I mean, these dramatic meltdowns, that's exactly what made him famous in the first place and gave him longevity on Vanderpump Rules. So we're going to break into all of it. We're going to give you the story. But before we jump in, you know how this works. Go ahead, smash that like button, show some love. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And I am posting extra coverage content on Up and Adam channel too. So let's get right in.
Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it.
Okay, you guys. So like I said, tonight is going to be such a fun night. I know that we didn't have the Real Housewives of Orange County reunion live today, but it was because I was on an airplane. Jason drove me to the airport at 4 o'clock this morning just to give you guys a little bit of a backstory. But I am vlogging this whole time with my friend, and you guys will get to see all of the behind the scenes. So I can't wait for that. I'm going to share that with everybody, especially our members only. And for all of our members who are wondering, where is more of the members only content? We are getting ready for another move. We have a big event coming up right before BravoCon, and then we have BravoCon. So you guys are going to have content overload. But wait. Let's get into the Jax of it all. I have to. So thank you to tasteofreality.com. But Jax Taylor, he is at it again, being just the biggest. I mean, they're calling him a douche. Is he a douche? I don't know. I worked with him. I worked around him. I could ask Chrissy. I could ask Chrissy if she thinks he's a douche. I'm sure that she'll probably say yes. But now, he's the star of one of the stars of the upcoming show House of Villains, and apparently he threw a tantrum on a JetBlue flight, resulting in him being removed from the flight and the rest of the passengers getting delayed, which they were not happy. I was just on a JetBlue flight today, and I want to give them some credit over here because I was also next to a guy who was having a complete meltdown who delayed our flight because he didn't have the seat that he wanted. He stuck his foot out. This guy was a complete ass. Stuck his foot out. He was trying to make a point saying, I don't have enough leg room. So the woman was like, I'm sorry, sir, this is a full flight. You picked the seat. And he was in an aisle seat. If you want more space, then you pay for first class or business class. I've never flown first class in my life, but if you want more space, then that's what you do. So when the stewardess was walking past, he stuck his foot out and tripped her. And then he started having a meltdown. And he's like, oh, no, I'm so sorry. See, this is what I was talking about. There's not enough leg room. I was thinking in my head, I really hope the stewardess kick him off of this flight because I just thought it was such a douchey move for him to do that. But everybody's different, right? They didn't kick him off the flight, but we did get delayed because he was having a meltdown, but they were able to calm him down. But I do commend JetBlue for being able to handle a situation like that. Now, back to it. The terminated Vanderpump Rules star was outed on a Reddit thread by a user whose uncle was on the flight. Now, he's not just showing up on House of Villains, but he did get his own Vanderpump Rules spinoff with a few of his friends and also Kristen Doty. It's going to be called Vanderpump Valley, as far as we know. And Max Boyens, if you guys don't remember him, he was on season 8 of Vanderpump Rules, and then he was canceled. And we actually did an interview with him, but he was filming for the spinoff as well. So what they said in the Reddit thread was, a customer on my JetBlue flight decided after we left the gate, they didn't want to go. Had to turn around instead of 7 a.m., now scheduled to take off at 8:30. Do you know how many people would be pissed off about this? You know how many people, like, it's not just, the thing is at the end of the day, it's not just about you. You're not the only person on the flight, and you're not the only person who has somewhere to be. Other people are trying to go pick up their kids, trying to make cruises, trying to make connecting flights. Like, there's so many other things that play into it, but because of this specific situation, you had to delay the flight by an hour and a half. And wait till you get to the situation. You guys are going to die. This is such a diva moment meltdown. That's what we're dealing with here. I hope he doesn't see this before we go tonight, but hold on. So The thread continued an hour later when the passengers got more info on what was happening with the self-proclaimed family man. Turns out, some D-list reality TV person pitching a fit in Mint, and if you guys don't know Mint, actually Chrissy just taught me this because when you go, I guess, to, you know how they call you to board, they say, oh, Mint customers, which that means first class customers, business class. And that's like where it's cozy. You get the champagne, you get the bougie seats. Again, I've never flown Mint or first class in my life, so I wouldn't know. But what they said was he pitched a fit in Mint, first class, due to a non-working light. It didn't take long before Jax was doxxed, and rightfully so. Jax, formerly of Vanderpump Rules. This is what the thread said. Apparently, JetBlue didn't want to put up with his shit either. I was on the plane. We were supposed to land at about 10 a.m. And this douche nozzle, wow, not a douche nozzle. Okay, douche nozzle. Wait. Had to pitch enough of a fit that we ended up 2 to 2.5 hours late, making me late to the music festival that I was headed to. So I said a cruise or dropping off your kids, but apparently music festivals also are a part of this. When asked why Jax wasn't removed from the plane, a social media user responded, the way the captain phrased it, it almost seemed as if it was a person with mental health issues, and this person was close to having a full-on flight-long panic attack. So people were grumbling, but they weren't pissed. But once we found out it was some self-entitled prick, we lost it. Jax is not winning over the fans today. Now, the Reddit user mentioned that they were in row 2-0, while the star of the upcoming Vanderpump Rules spinoff was in JetBlue's Mint seating. However, since the plane was small, they were able to monitor what was going on. That makes perfect sense because there's no curtain or anything. It's not like Bridesmaids. At first, the flight attendants were buzzing around mid-plane, talking quietly about what was going on, and we had already pulled out of the gate. Jax had already complained and had now gotten the crew's attention. The plane backed out of the gate, but just stopped, and the attendants got a call on the intercom, and the one who answered it rolled her eyes and shook her head. She then told the others what was going on, and shortly afterward, the captain announced that they had to return because the customer had decided that they were unable to fly. Okay, guys, this is just ridiculous. We waited about 40 minutes to get back to the gate, the same one we left from, and they got him off. And he had to get his luggage from the hold. It was only after he got off the flight that the buzz reached my seat about who it was, and I can assure you the words and language that this otherwise friendly group of passengers had turned vicious. Meaning they weren't happy with Mr. Jax Taylor over the fact that he was throwing a fit over a freaking light in first class. Like other people are in the back, like the guy today who was sitting next to me, and he's like, I don't have enough leg room. I was taller than this guy. I had enough leg room. So I think now especially, you're famous, you're recognizable, people can see you, whether they want to call you A-list, B-list, C-list, D-list, doesn't matter. You have a face that people know, especially with Vanderpump Rules season 10 blowing up the way it did with Scandal. We recognize you. So what are you thinking when you're having a big meltdown like this? It makes absolutely no sense. And then you can't be pissed off at people for putting this out there on Reddit, because what did you expect was going to happen? Especially over a light. Mind you, we have not heard Jax's side of this story, but to think that this is untrue, well, I'm kind of leaning in favor of the Reddit users, but maybe it's not. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe they got it wrong. I'm just kind of thinking maybe they didn't. But guys, I don't want to just put this out there and not ask your opinions. I want to hear what you think. So go ahead and comment below. Let us know. And more importantly, before you go, don't forget to smash that like button, show some love, and we'll see you next time. Love you guys.